Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. If you are new here, welcome. I am so happy to have you. So I watch YouTube just like you guys do, and I was watching two YouTube channels that were talking about products that make them look absolutely beautiful. I watched both of the videos all the way through, and I couldn't help but think while I was watching them how all the products they used were super expensive and very high-end. Don't get me wrong, I know that there are beautiful high-end products, but I don't feel personally that you need super expensive products to look beautiful. So I wanted to show you, these are all drugstore. There's 8 different products that I have that I reach for if I want my skin to look absolutely flawless and just beautiful, like radiant looking. So I'd love to go ahead and show that to you. If this is the type of video that you like, I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing is my foundation. I did a video on this several years ago. I will link it down below if you haven't seen it, on the number 7 Airbrush Away. This foundation is so stunning. And I don't hear any YouTubers really talking about this foundation at all, but it really does just that. It makes your skin look completely airbrushed. It is more of a medium coverage, but it feels super lightweight. So it does have a dropper, and I just typically just drop it right on my face just like you would a serum. And I really like to apply this with my IT Cosmetics brush. And I just swirl it into my face, but I will tell you, your skin looks so radiant. Just look at that. All I did was this area right here, and you can see from this side, you can see the redness and discoloration to how just airbrushed. It's so stunning. It makes your skin look just perfected. And like I said, I don't see a lot of people talking about this product, and it is so good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this all over. I have this in the shade Calico. But if I want my skin to look absolutely just perfected, this is the one that I will reach for, because it is more of a medium coverage, but it doesn't feel like it at all. It feels just as lightweight as like the Candid Glow or any of those that you use. But I can't get over how pretty this finish is. So I even put it on my eyes. I wonder how many, I'm curious, I'd love to know in the comments below, do you put your foundation on your eyes? I don't see a lot of people do that, but I feel like it cuts out a step. Like, you don't need an under eye corrector when you just put the foundation right on your eyes and you use that as your corrector. It just is absolutely gorgeous. I can't stress enough how pretty this foundation is. Now, you can build it up more if you want it to be more coverage than medium. It is more of a medium to light, but just look at that. I mean, that's what it looks like in person. It just has this natural like radiance. It just makes your skin look absolutely perfected. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on my cheeks, because that seems to be where I have the pinkish part like kind of show through. But I'm really surprised I don't hear a lot about this foundation, because it is stunning. I think I've said that like several times. All right, so here it is with just the foundation. I mean, it looks airbrushed. It's very pretty, very pretty. Okay, the next thing I've talked about before, this is one of my favorite blushes. I've used it for over a decade, but it's Bare Minerals, and it is the Vintage Peach. I absolutely love it. It has this kind of peachy hue, but it also has like these specks in it that you don't need a highlighter with it, because it does that for you. So I'm just gonna use my Real Technique sponge and press it right into the cap. Now, I know some people are not a big fan of powder blushes like this that are loose, because they can be messy. But if you just, this blush is very pigmented. So if you just put a little bit in the cap, it's not like super messy or anything. I also really like cream blushes. I can't talk. Cream blushes, but the one that I really like, I realized I can't find anymore. So I didn't want to put it in this video until I try another cream blush that I can give you a recommendation on that is in stock. So just, it's so pretty. It reminds me of like the NARS Orgasm shade, but it's a little bit more friendly on my face. The NARS Orgasm shade to me is a little bit darker on my skin tone, whereas this one gives like the same look with a little bit of the highlight, but I just feel like the tone is just perfect. Okay, and then something I always do is I really like this NYX Stay Matte Not Flat. It's so, so pretty. I've been using this lately underneath my eyes as setting because it does not crease, and it has like this iridescence to it that so it doesn't like look powdery or anything. And then I've just been putting it right into my T-zone. Right there. And that's it. All right. Then the next thing is this NYX palette. I generally don't go for warm palettes, but I love the colors in this particular palette. I usually go for cool tone palettes. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous if you don't have this palette, especially with fall coming up. But it's so easy to make a gorgeous look out of this, and there's all different combinations that you can do. So I'm just going to use my eyeshadow brush set that I have from Amazon. I think I'm going to go over my lid with this kind of peachy kind of camel color. I would love to know if you have a drugstore palette that you find that you gravitate towards over a high-end palette. I would love for you to tell me in the comments what that is, because I've really been trying to find other ones, but I really, really like this palette. Another thing that I like about this palette, to be honest with you, is it does not make my eyes itchy. There's some other palettes that I've tested out before by other brands that a lot of people love, but at the end of the day, like I feel like my eyes are really itchy and I have to take it off. So there must be something in it that bothers them. The NYX palette, I don't have that problem with. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go in with this deep shade of brown here. I'm just gonna put it in the corner, and then I'm gonna lay my brush on an angle here. I'm gonna bring it up to kind of create that natural looking shadow, but a little bit higher to make it like drawn up. So it's making your eye go up. Ooh, I have like a big clump on that brush. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna just draw it up in here. I personally love knowing the products that people gravitate towards when they want their face to look flawless, which is what captured my attention with the videos that I was watching last night. And they did. I mean, they used really pretty products. I'm not like saying anything about the products they used. It's just that I was sitting there thinking, okay, I'm personally not going to go out and spend that much money for just an everyday look that makes me feel glamorous. Like, I don't feel like you need to spend that much money in order to do so. All right, I'm going to use this kind of shimmery, like almost a plum copper color right on the center. I'm just going to dab it there to add kind of like a shimmery highlight right there in the center. And that's so pretty. To be honest with you, I haven't done my eyes, oh gosh, I think since COVID happened, because there really hasn't been a point to. I've just been kind of doing like that. If you haven't watched my latest video, I'm gonna go in with this kind of goldish color right in the inner corner. My last video of natural look, I will post that down below if you haven't seen it. It's pretty much what I've been doing on a daily basis because I didn't really see a reason to put on a full face of makeup. I'm not really going anywhere with helping my kids with virtual learning. All right, isn't that so pretty? All right, and that was just using 3 of the shadows from this. I'm just gonna take a clean brush and just dust away any that maybe have fallen down. My eyes are a little bit watery, so sorry about that. All right, and then for my brow pencil, I used to use the Benefit Shade 3 forever until I found this NYX one, which is such a great brow pencil. And I just draw hair-like motions because I want it to look as natural as possible, but filling in any of the sparse areas. That. And then I'm gonna do the same thing here. I try to make it a little bit darker towards the center here and then kind of fade it as it goes out because you don't want it to be super dark at the very, very end of the eyebrow. So I try not to be as heavy with doing the outer side here. And I press down just a little bit more as I get into the inside there to make it a little darker. And then on the other end with the spoolie, I just go ahead and I brush it up. So that it all goes into each other and looks very natural. All right, it sounds like my daughter is playing instruments, so sorry if you hear that in the background. All right, and then I mentioned this in my last video too. I was using the MAC Teddy eyeliner, and I wanted something that wasn't as expensive, and I really like the Maybelline Unstoppable. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. It's very creamy, it glides on, super nice, and I haven't had any problem with it transferring or smudging or anything like that. So I just put it right up along my lashes to give it a little bit more of a definition. There we go. And then one of the things I've been doing is I haven't been doing underneath my eyes. I found that if I just focus on doing the upper eye and then adding that extra definition of the eyeliner and then the mascara, it makes my eyes look bigger and brighter. So that's just like a little tip if you don't want your eyes to look as closed. I haven't been doing anything on the bottom. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to curl my lashes. And then I have been using the Essence Lash Princess. It gives really great volume and it also lengthens. So I like that it does both of those things. And like that's just one coat. And I want to say this mascara is under $5. I mean, it's a really good price. So there we go. And then I'm just gonna end it off with one of my favorite glosses. I love these NYX Butter glosses. I have them in several colors. This one happens to be in Tiramisu because I thought it would go better with my eye look today that I was doing. But I love them. They're not like super long lasting, but that's fine with me. I love them because they're not sticky at all or tacky, and they give a good amount of color. I always have like 3 of these in my purse. All right, so here's the final look. I used 8 total products. They happen to be all drugstore minus the Bare Minerals blush to create a look that I feel very confident in, I feel very beautiful in. My face to me, like if you look in the mirror in person, it looks very airbrushed and I just love the way that it looks. So I don't feel personally that you need to spend a whole bunch of money in order to find products that perform just as well to make you feel and look beautiful. Like I said, I would love for you to subscribe before going and give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.